Sasha Reid joins me now live. Wow, that just looks so dope. I cannot wait to watch it. I've got to ask you about this Robert Pickton case. Like, what is it about this case that drew you and your team to it?
Everything. So it's COVID. We have absolutely nothing to do. So I'm going through the serial homicide database, and this database looks at 1,400 different variables connected to the development of serial killers. One person really stands out, meaning something's not right. Their development doesn't match up with what we know about serial killers. And so I'm thinking, there's something wrong in my database. Let's find out more. I start researching Robert Pickton, and almost immediately I'm struck by this idea that there's something wrong here. There's something missing. And so I bring it to the Midnight Order and say, help me figure out what I'm missing, what I'm not seeing, because to me, this case doesn't look solved.
So one of the things that there's sort of a whisper rumor campaign. Some people talk about the fact that Robert Pickton might have had help. And I think you're in the camp that you think Robert Pickton had help. Who is it, and what do you know about it?
My belief is Robert Pickton certainly did not act alone. And I think when you look at this case, when you look at all of the evidence, not just when you take a microscope and look at Robert Pickton, but when you look at the entirety of this case and what happened on that farm, I think it's indisputable that he did have assistance.
Who do you think it is, though?
I'm not at liberty to say, but I would say it's definitely more than one.
So there was some talk about one of his brothers who was guilty, I think, of sexual assault in the 90s, the early 90s. And there has been some talk that there might have been a connection. Do you follow that thread? Do you believe in that thread, that maybe his brother might have been involved?
I think the Midnight Order has been absolutely exhaustive in our search. And I can say we've looked into Dave Pickton, and we do have questions. There's unresolved issues there.
Maybe I can ask this, because whenever there's a defendant who's found guilty, who is incarcerated, and then who's killed or dies in jail, it feels as though the cases die with them. But you feel differently. What does justice look like for you when you can't arrest someone, you can't try, Robert Pickton? Does justice look like finding an accomplice, or is there more to it than that?
So what we're doing right now is we're working with multiple different families who are seeking justice, but what justice looks like for them is different, right? We have some families who want to know what happened to the remains of my daughter. What did the coroner do and why? We have some people who are wondering, why were my daughter's remains found on Pickton's farm, even though we had eyewitness confirmation of her body being somewhere else? So everybody's looking for different answers, and not all of those answers lead directly to Robert Pickton. You do have to recognize there were accomplices, there were other people involved in activities on that farm. And so even if a conviction of Robert Pickton isn't probable, in fact, it's literally now impossible, that was never the goal.
Mm-hmm.
The goal was to see, how do we take this beyond Pickton, who is already incarcerated, and help get justice the way the families want justice.
Sasha Reid, you have to stay in touch with us on this. This is fascinating. I'm super thankful that you and your team are doing this, and I'll give the plug here to the viewers. Sasha Reid and the Midnight Order on Freeform right now. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.